Hey, West Coast Wednesdays. Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports. Mo and Mel here, ready for you guys. Happy Wednesday. Man, Mo, you doing good?
I'm hanging in there.
I hear
How
you.
are you?
Right. I'm
It's hot
good.
today. It's 100
It's hot
degrees.
today. Listen, I had a
Very
tank
hot.
top on all day. I was in my work Zoom meeting in a tank top, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. I was like, oh, I guess it probably isn't
Did you
appropriate.
unclear
Like,
your Zoom meeting? Did you have your Zoom meeting with your camera on or off?
yeah, we were on. I had my mic off, and it probably wasn't very professional, but it was hot. And I'm not turning my AC all the way down here. It's not that hot. Like, it's not 110, 115 yet. It was like 98 here. I'm not going down to the 60s for my AC yet. I'm not ready for that bill.
I hear you.
So,
I hear you. I'm past that and it's on now. It's on and popping. It is what it
I'm
is. You
saying,
just got to make it work. You know what I mean?
gotta make
This
it
is
work.
where we're
I
at.
know. I
That's
know.
where we're at because
Hey,
hey,
Heather.
Heather.
And
Hi.
hey, I saw Heather's post today. I just want to say shout out to all of the parents out there that have had a student graduate in school. I think it's amazing to see all these pictures with
Yes. Shout out to my girl
parents and
Tracy.
their kids. Yeah, grandparents and kids. Like everybody's showing all these beautiful pictures of themselves and their kids or family members that have graduated, whatever grade it may be, whether it be high school.
Right.
You only see the high school ones. Now you're seeing like third grade, fifth grade,
Oh, yeah.
kindergarten, seventh grade, eighth grade, so congratulates to
Definitely.
all the parents out there and all the students that have pushed through this tough last couple years. So graduating anything right now, I think
Yeah,
is
college
a
graduates celebrated last week.
yeah,
Everybody's making that other path forward for sure. But yeah, this heat,
exactly.
I think it's more so for me because it's like a hormonal thing. I don't know. I'm getting older and my body, I feel like it's
We're not talking
changing.
about ages though, right? I
No, we're
mean,
talking the ages for me. I don't know about you because you ain't there yet,
oh,
but
I
I'm
know. I'm
here.
not there yet.
I'm
But yeah,
here. So the AC is on,
listen.
to your point. The AC is on. I'm sweating like Whitney Houston at times in places that I shouldn't be sweating. And that's just what it is. So she's going to be on. Bring it because I can't. There's no way of adaptation. Tank top's not
Listen.
enough. Be a totally different camera situation if I was on that Zoom call with no
Oh
AC on.
man.
There's no way I could do it.
Listen. I mean, my AC is on. It's just not like down low. You know what I mean? Like my AC stays in like those high 70s. Some people put it on like 69, and I'm like, for me, that's too cold. But
Yeah, 73 is good.
okay.
73 is a good bid. It might have been 60s for me today. I don't know. I just know I needed it. And water like no other. Got to stay hydrated out there, people. It's
You know
just
how
so
I am
hot.
with water, so
It's so freaking hot.
I stay with water.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
But speaking of school, we also had some really devastating and tragic stuff happen this weekend in Texas at the elementary school there. And is it Uvalde?
Uvalde or something like that.
I can never get things right. But 19 kids and 2 teachers were killed, and it's just really unfortunate. Listen, we all have thoughts and prayers for everybody there, but it's really time to start making a difference. So if there's petitions out there to sign, if there's congressmen or senate people in your state that you can start working with or talk to or get a
vote
hold
out.
of.
Or vote out. How about that? Why is
Yeah,
Mitch McConnell
or
and these
vote
people
out
still in
for
these seats?
sure.
You voted them in. Why is Gregory Abbott still the governor of Texas? You voted him in. So you gotta look at us on this situation. It's not going to change if there's nothing going to be as far as action of voting the people that are very much not wanting to take any accountability or responsibility for any of this. Why are they still in office? Why do they still have seats?
And it's also, here's the deal. It's not also like it's just guns. Like we get it's a gun issue. Like there's no reason why anyone who's not in the military should be carrying around AR-15. Period. Like I don't see what's the point. What do you need an AR-15 for? Especially an 18-year-old. But however, can we also talk about parents that let their kids play all these killing games? They're shooting up everything, whether it be your Grand Theft Autos or what's the other one that they play?
Well, I play Gears of War, but those are aliens, but you're still shooting up and stuff, doing
But I
some
mean,
stuff. But you've got Call of Duty,
people,
you've got all of that stuff.
Call of Duty people, like
that's the thing where you have to check in on people's mentalities and see, just have those conversations with them
and realizing what's
asking
real
why.
and what's fake, and
yeah,
what are you
and asking
really
why.
doing?
Why is it just an obsessive game for you, or what are you talking about in these games when you're going live with your friends? And I'm not even really trying to put the video games out there because again, it just falls on us as a society. I think we have we have significantly put our agendas first rather than humanity first. I think we have lost all sense. And it doesn't even start with the kids. It starts with the 10 folks in Buffalo that were targeted just because they look like me.
Oh my God.
I mean, that took me out. And then you've got this. And then you have the Asians that were killed in the church. That took me out. I mean, it's just, it's a
well, and you look at this school. Unfortunately, this school is in a smaller town in Texas, in between San Antonio and the border. So you already know what what racial class we're dealing with here. It's a predominantly Hispanic school. Most people that we've seen, I'm not posting pictures of who was killed in this thing, but you look at the pictures and you see people and you're realizing another target. It's just another target. It's terrible.
They're babies, and we are the only country in the world that have the most mass shootings, as well as the most citizens that carry weapons, above Yemen and Serbia. I mean, it's just insane. And the thing of it is that's also a state that is allowing, come September 1st, to have an open carry with no skilled training or anything necessary.
And how do you not have training to have one of these weapons?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it goes into effect in the same state where we were talking that these little innocent children lost their lives, and these 2 teachers that work solely to educate children that have the passion to want to be in a classroom for a brighter future. You know, it's bad. It's bad all the way around. It's bad. You've got 2 Senate bills, or the House bills, that are been sitting since. For a while,
they've been sitting there since the last major school shooting too.
Well, the HR 8 for expanding the background checks, and then the HR 1446, which makes the increase of the waiting period longer than it normally is. But Texas can go over that because of the simple fact that they have this bill coming out in September where it doesn't allow the expensive background checks, doesn't allow the training. They say they still do when it's a public sale from a store, you definitely have to go through the standard governmental background check. But if it's a private sale, none of that. How do you stop the private sale?
Listen,
so it's crazy.
All I know is that my father ensured that we had guns in our family, but he also taught us the importance of safety and how to use them and use them well, and what the do's and don'ts are. So I just feel like a lot of these people.
What's the mental state of your personality doing that? How do you finesse a system without your mental state being in question to own one of these weapons?
How do you hurt your grandmother? How do you shoot your grandmother and then go off?
I think it's evil. I don't even think it's mental. I think it's just pure evil.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't just make this about mental health. Like, there's a lot of people that have mental health issues that aren't killing people, but there are a lot of people that have mental health issues that don't go out and kill people. That's just, you don't do it. I mean, there is some kind of.
We're a country that has a history of violence. We're built off of that. So what are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh. Charles is in the
chat.
I
saw that. That kid got arrested in Texas, had an AR-15 and something. He just got arrested. A day after this happens, they catch another team with weapons in the car and they arrest him. Yeah. Shout out to Charles.
Heather, exactly. Here's the deal. Texas home prices are great. You can buy like a mini mansion out there for like $250,000, $300,000, but there's no way I'm going to go in there and deal with this kind of stuff.
Honey, I'm not going nowhere in the Southern Loop, okay? Nowhere. You guys keep wanting to go down to Florida. You go to Florida if you want to. You play with that if you want to. Miami is still in Florida. I'm cool. I'm not doing it.
I can go visit if I need a beach, but I don't need to be living.
I don't need a beach that bad. I can go to California. I don't need a beach that bad. And who's gonna fly me there and pay for me there?
Just remember, the midterms and voting are June 12th this year. So make sure you get out there. You're voting for the people that are going to help support and care for you and your families, and not just about.
The thing of it is you also have an NRA convention going on in Texas, and they're going to talk about the gun profit sales.
And it's going to be all again like
agenda over humanity.
Exactly. It's right after this incident. They're having. I think it's like next week or something.
Yeah. Shout out to Beto O'Rourke who's calling them out. Shout out to Steve Kerr who's calling them out. And I worry about Steve Kerr because I worry about these series. And you have to go down to Florida and you're playing in Texas. And what is your mental like if you're going to these places and you've been this outspoken?
And I have a video clip of Steve Kerr because you can tell it's a tough one. So this was right before they played game 4 and lost. And now they're going back to California to play game 5 tomorrow. But this was right before the game.
Sorry, I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight.
Man, listen.
I mean, it's not even a thing of listen. I'm tired of talking about this. Let's move on to the next of the topics, because the thing of it is we've been here before in this space. And again, none of the people that are creating this violence look like you or I. And the fact that that type of person, that group, doesn't speak for any or take any accountability for the actions or have solutions to these problems, because I'm not the problem. You're not the problem. So what is the problem? I'm done.
Other folks.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's crazy. How do you go on day to day with this stuff going on mentally? Like, it's crazy.
And that's why it's important to not only to check in on your friends
Please
and
do.
loved ones, because I reached out to someone today who I know was at the 1 October shooting, and every time something like this happens, it's a reoccurrence. It's PTSD for everyone. Anybody who's been in a situation, whether it be war, whether it be these gun violence, whether it be, the mass shootings, it's affecting them and affecting people around them. So just check in on people. You don't know what they're going through, how this may impact them, whether they do or don't have kids, whether they were in a situation or not. But yeah, it's terrible. I feel it. Yeah. Charles said there's not a single place here in Dallas I feel safe in going.
You shouldn't. There's sundown hours still in this place. Why are you living in a state like Texas or Georgia where there's sundown hours, where you can't even go to counties or certain places and parishes, driving while Black or whatever race you are, in certain places in a whole state? Like, that's crazy to me. I would never live down there. You couldn't pay me enough. You couldn't pay me enough. I don't even know what the price tag is at. Still rocking Jim Crow down there. Y'all down there. Stop it.
It's a lot. It's too much. Hey, Quan, welcome to the chat. The shooter was brown. I think it's not just a race thing. The shooter itself obviously shouldn't have been 18 being able to buy an AR-15.
Is he a male or a female? Is a female doing this? It's not even a genderless thing, I guess. I mean, gender, whatever. It ain't us doing it. We're not the ones we have the human heart. Who are these evil people out here doing this? And who are the evil people that are standing alongside of this, that they're taking no accountability to it?
And even if you're brown, you may have been influenced by other people to take actions, to do something. And that's unfortunate too. This dark web and stuff, and what get people all wrapped up in some stuff.
What is it? The strategic race, strategy race thing was the motive for the shooter in Buffalo? That was about strategically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's going to be a strategic thing of just looking for kids, targeting.
I just don't know how you go from your grandmother to, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, midterms are coming. Make sure to vote, get out there and try and get those people in office that you feel can make a difference and make a change and help this country out, because we all do not deserve to be in a situation like this whatsoever. So moving on to some hot topics, of course. Today it was announced that Colin Kaepernick was working out with the Raiders today. He had not had an official NFL workout since 2017 when he went to Seattle for one. Of course, a lot of people are saying he's not going to get picked up. He's not going to get signed. But, I mean, thoughts, Mo?
I think this is great. I think if he can... not to mention, we have a backup quarterback in Nick Mullins, but I think this is a great opportunity for Cap if he could come in and we do sign him and we do schemes like we utilize Mariota for, where it's not necessarily a quarterback play, but other situational schemes that work out with Cap there. I think, why not? Why not?
And we all know Al Davis
hungry. He literally wants to be on this team. He wants to be in the league.
He wants to be on a team, period. Yeah.
He wants to be joined. And Mark Davis didn't lie when he said, hey, bring him out there.
Yeah. Well, we all know Al Davis has always been one to give people second chances to,
and that's what the Raiders stand for. We're always about that. We're the outlaws of the league. We always take the ones that are either the martyrs or the black sheeps or the ones that, it's the Raiders. But it is Miss Balmdy. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
Mullins is whack. So that's what I'm saying. You got Nick Mullins, and it's like, okay, so why not have a third piece on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's great. Let's see what he can do.
Listen, hopefully we'll get some more information.
If we sign him, they're gonna go up. So
think about all them Raiders number 7 jerseys. They're gonna have them Raiders.
Folks, yeah. Wait for those ticket prices to go up. Raider
Most
folks,
definitely.
just know your ticket already for the Bay Area game is $500 in the 300s. If Cap's there, it's probably gonna be even double that. You know. Shoot.
Yeah.
Tickets are.
So we'll see how that irons out and see if we get any updates as to how things go. Like, hey,
I'm all for it. I'm loving the opportunity.
Also in the news, of course, the NBA, there was some saying that there's going to be the expansion of 2 new teams coming to Las Vegas and Seattle. Of course, I'm posting my Seattle picture here because we're bringing the Sonics back. So I'm all for that. But hey, Seattle and Vegas back, back for the Seattle team, and then a new team here in Las Vegas. I mean, like you said, sports capital of the world is really coming around here.
Oh, yeah. Are they going to be called the Sonics going to Seattle?
I believe they will be if they can, because it's an expansion team, so not going to be moving over from somewhere else. But I believe they can go back to the Sonics. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You said expansion, so we're not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Although I know that the Trailblazers are in hot. They're looking for new ownership, and they might have to get moved, but I don't know.
Yeah. Because Paul Allen's gone, and I don't know who took over that when he passed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that because of Paul, because of that, basically, I think it was in his will that any assets of his were to be sold, and that money be given to the charities or places that he wanted. And so that was the Trailblazers and the Seahawks. I think that's the other issue. The Seahawks will be possibly needing new ownership soon. I know his late wife is working to try and find an avenue to be part of that still, but. It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds.
It is.
Yeah, it is. We also today, there was a Good Morning America episode. And then I think there was another interview before the start of this game where Brittney Griner's wife, Cherelle Griner, she had her first public interview.
Yeah, I watched it.
Mm-hmm. So I have a clip of it from the Good Morning America segment with Robin. And, it's just...
I watched the one with Angela Rye, the ESPN one. It was very interesting. But play that clip. I'd like to see what she said to Robin.
Yeah. Let's see if it's playing. I want to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Robin.
Something else.
Robin wearing orange today. WNBA colors.
Let me see if I can get that in. Please stand by.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Well, anyway, what did she? I know what she said in the Angela Rye interview as far as when she initially.
She basically. She was sleeping. She texted her. Brittney texted her like 30 times. Hey, get up. I'm in a cell. They're holding me. Right. But then she hasn't spoken with her at all since that time, and that was via text. After that, they've had some communication via mail, but that's been sporadic. She said, and she also mentioned in regards to how she wants to talk with President Biden. That Biden's. If people have said that Biden, if there's one person that can do it, it's Biden. And she said she hasn't spoken with him, and she would like to be able to have words to see. How this is going and if there's more that he can do about it. I guess there was a senator, I think, that reached out and said that, Brittney was top priority. And she had said that she felt that, but she didn't feel that, you know what I mean? Like she's not seeing any action. So she doesn't really feel that it's a top priority. Of course, we all know a lot of other things are happening around the world too, but the importance of Brittney Griner getting back is very important too. And then she also discussed kind of about the pay inequity or inequality, and that this was going to be her last year going overseas because she was tired of it and she needed to go overseas to be able to, have the income she needed to live her lifestyle. And without it would be tough, but that this was probably going to be her last year and that she'd been going out there for 8 years, never had an issue, never had a problem. Right. She was always very well taken care of, and that unfortunately, this is the situation. So, she's just, it's tough. I can only imagine. You can't even talk to the person. Like usually when people are in jail or in custody, you can still have phone conversations. Like they have minutes, you put minutes in there, whatever, and you have discussion and you have phone calls. But to not have any phone calls, not to be able to speak with the person, I mean, that's terrible.
Angela Rye also asked her in the ESPN interview if had it been LeBron, a KD, Steph Curry, would this be a Curry?
Yep. And
she said no.
Yeah.
She said no. In her opinion, no shade to them. She did say that.
Yeah. She said no shade to them, but that it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same.
Definitely.
And I said that before early on.
Yeah.
That it would be a different ball game. And you were thinking, probably would be more no. I think it'd be totally different.
Of course it would.
You're leveraging this woman as a pawn for an arms dealer. What would the ask be if it was LeBron James, KD, or Steph Curry?
And that's the other thing.
That's the crazy thing.
She also mentioned about the other 2 Americans that are over there, the 2 Marines, and that all their circumstances are different, but that one of them's been there since 2018.
Right. Did you listen to that podcast I sent you? He talked about that.
Yeah.
He talked about that.
It's ridiculous.
And how you have 2 that are over there in the negotiations of that situation, how the circumstances of them. And that's how I say things could get planted on you as a political type of move and strategy to see if you can get something. So who's to say that this woman was actually carrying these things? We have not heard from her to know that she actually had this on her, and it could have been planted on her.
It could have been, yeah.
And no one's talking about that. No one's showing empathy either in the comments that I read on social media and places because of the simple fact that they think, well, she brought this is on her, this, that, and the other. You don't know the full story on it.
And even if she did,
it's very... listen.
She's been going there for 8 years. You don't think she knows, and maybe not
the rules or any of that?
Let's say worst case scenario. She slipped and she didn't go through her bag well enough before getting on the plane or whatever. But that kind of the 10-year penalty to be detained in Russia for something like that, like just send her back. Like
I mean, if that's their law, that's their law. But at the same time, she's a celebrity. They know her. She's a public figure over there. And her wife even expressed how she is treated over there in describing the inequity. She said to the Angela Rye interview that if her wife was treated like she was in Russia playing over there in the WNBA, she would have never have gone and got the pay. So prior to this, her treatment over there seemed to be pretty solid along with the pay.
Yeah, because they were treated like celebrity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. She was getting like $1 million a year there.
She was. But even the treatment, meaning the open arm, all of that, just the culture, all of that, the treatment.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's a huge call out to saying that the league is not treating her like that without the inequities of the pay.
No.
That was interesting.
But we would definitely hope and wish that she can get back as soon as possible.
And Cherelle just graduated too from law school too.
Yeah,
so,
to
try to help if she could.
Yeah. In some Jugadores Loco news. So there was this whole issue. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a White Sox and Yankees game on Saturday that went into a whole big benches cleared brawl.
Wow.
Later to come to find out. This was mainly in regards to a comment that Josh Donaldson, he's a third baseman for the New York Yankees. He referred to Tim Anderson, who's I think the shortstop for the White Sox, called him Jackie, like Jackie Robinson. And
I didn't know that caused a brawl.
And that was one thing that led to the brawl.
Oh,
I guess I think they'd have some exchanges earlier, those two individuals especially. Okay. And then that issue happened and he kind of let it go for like one batting or whatever. And then next thing you know, benches are crawling. I think it was like in the third or whatever. This is what Tim Anderson had to say.
Disrespectful comment. Basically was, trying to call me Jackie Robinson. Like, what's up, Jackie? I don't play like that, and I don't really play at all. I wasn't really, bothering nobody today, but, he made the comment and, it was disrespectful. And I don't think it was called for. It was unnecessary.
You guys cross.
Now, Donaldson says that he was saying it jokingly, which it's not a joke when you're trying to say it in more of a demoralizing or an racist
How's that
kind of way.
Demoralizing though? Because the thing of it is Tim Anderson said in past interviews that he thinks of himself as the modern day Jackie.
But do you
Robinson.
think Donaldson was thinking, oh yeah, remember that one interview you said 4 years ago?
Before.
I mean,
he's called him Jackie before.
Donaldson has?
Before. Yes.
I don't know.
He's called him this before. That's why I said the story is crazy to me. Because you've called this man has called you Doc Jackie before. You have personally referred to yourself as Jackie in interviews.
I just never saw, but I never saw anything that referred to him calling Jackie before. I saw the things about the interviews.
He's called him Jackie before.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, how did that even...
I didn't see that or read that in anything. So I tried to research on this one, and I didn't see.
Twitter was on fire with that. This man has called him before, because this happened last week, right? When this was going down?
On Saturday.
Yeah. Like Twitter was going crazy with this because the man has called him this before, and they may have some other beef, or maybe he's annoyed by him saying it. And it could have been how he said it, but he's called this man this before. That's why I don't understand what's going on. This is crazy. You personally refer to yourself as Jackie Robinson.
That he had a style like Jackie.
Yeah. But he said that he is like a modern day Jackie Robinson himself.
I don't know. It just seems
And the man has called him Jack. They've played before against each other and have gone back and forth. And as he said, Jackie, maybe it was a tip. I don't know. But the man has called him this before. But
Donaldson got a 1-game suspension and an undisclosed fine for this action. I guess he's going to appeal it, which I'm not sure how you appeal it because the suspension. Well, anyway.
Yeah, you can appeal it, I guess, if you can try to. But I mean, the thing of it is like, I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, guy. There's worse things to be called. I understand that.
For sure.
And I understand what Jackie Robinson was literally called when he tried to integrate into the league. So, okay. Moving right along. Keep going with your next Jugadoras Locos. Jugadoras Locos.
So this is Jake Sanford. He played on the Yankees minor league team. He was their 2019 third round pick. So on last Thursday, he got cut because he was allegedly stealing from the teammates and scamming people for money online. He's reported to have stolen equipment to sell online, and also reported to try and sell this equipment online, take the money, and not deliver the products.
Wow, that's scamming.
I mean, then they mentioned his signing bonus was like $500,000, or no, like it was like 500. Yeah, it was like $560,000.
Clearly wasn't.
I mean, people were thinking that maybe he had some gambling debts, but apparently he thought maybe he was going to get more of a payday in Major League Baseball than he's been getting.
Wasn't enough.
Definitely not enough.
Because he don't have to be a Joanne and scam everybody.
That's just a lot. Like, what do you
think that the baseball money and time you get it?
You don't think that your equipment? I mean, I don't.
He must have had some bookies after him, big time, like arms and limbs and stuff is about to be broken. I don't know. It's crazy.
That's really crazy.
You get an opportunity to be in the Major League Baseball, you scam.
And you get
one of the mouths that feed you.
And ain't nobody else gonna want to pick you up now, for sure.
I mean, I don't know. This is crazy.
Better go find you another job. So Las Vegas sports. We've already talked about this before, but Capital One's the match, of course, is between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers going against Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. It's at the Wynn Golf Course next Wednesday, the 1st. FYI, because Natalie went to already looking for tickets because it's her guy Tom. Tickets are $250 just to get in there. That's like not a VIP. That's not a hey, come shake a hand. That's just to walk in the door and try and catch a glimpse of the tournament. $250. So,
wait a minute. You can't stand on the You can't actively watch.
For $250, you can go. You can get a ticket to see it.
So you can watch.
You can watch for $250. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where the tickets are. I don't know what the seating's like. I mean,
there's no
like
seating.
general admission, so you're just walking.
Like you're watching.
So whether you're getting close to them or not, I mean,
I wouldn't expect that for $250 anyway. But for $250 just to go and watch the match is not a bad look. I don't think.
I think it's Vegas.
I don't know. It's like going to the Masters. How much is it going to the Masters? You're standing on that long.
But this ain't the Masters. The Masters is like a complete whole, weekend type thing.
Yeah, but each one is, I don't know. I just feel like you're paying $250 for these concerts. I don't know. Like, what do I know? You're standing out there, you get to see them, right? You get to see them.
Who knows? Who knows if I'd probably see them closer on. I'd see them closer on the TV.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Are you standing on the lawn with the rest of the crowd observing like you would if you're watching Tiger Woods?
$250. One ticket was available. It's the only thing you can get, and that's your access to get in. Whether you see them or not, I don't know. I don't know if there's, I don't know. So I was just amazed by the price. I just figured hey, it's a Wednesday in Vegas. Like, I don't know. But hey, whatever.
Somebody's going to pay for it. Is she going to pay for it?
I know what you can get for cheap in Las Vegas.
Well, I think you need to do a whole podcast on that and Twitter thing on that to tip everybody, because I feel like nothing is cheap in Vegas anymore. But carry on.
There's a lot of things.
Go off if you got it.
There's a 24-hour flash sale right now. Getting 3 tickets for $33. So
there we
you
go.
and 2 friends can head to the Las Vegas Lights this Saturday. This is the Jose Canseco night, where he will be hitting signed autograph balls to fans that bring their mitts, and will be allowed on the pitch to catch fly balls from Jose. It's also Dollar Juice night.
That is definitely something inexpensive in Vegas. That does not cost you $250.
No, and Dollar Juice. You know what I thought was funny is they made a Dollar Juice night, because we obviously know Jose Canseco. And
yeah, I was thinking that when I saw
I had not realized it until I was like, oh, juice night.
The funny thing is the way the flyer is set up is the juice night. It's got a picture of him literally under it with his name, Jose Canseco, the juice. And then show that flyer again one more time. Let me just see it again one more time. Yeah, see how they have it? The juice night with Jose Canseco. Oh my God, what a flyer.
And then he signed off on this, like, yeah, sure, let's do it. All right.
The flyer works. Wow. Hey, listen, the Lights games go hard. I'm telling you, for a family night,
Saturday,
a pack of 3 for triple.
3 for $33.
3 for 33. Hey.
Come on. I might just go there as a fan, just like, I'm gonna bring my mitt. I'm gonna try and catch me a ball. Like,
yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not? Our aces. Let's talk about our aces.
Girl.
Man.
Yeah.
These women are fire. 7-1 record right now. We won 5 straight at home. Granted, okay, we haven't played the top of the tier of the.
That's what I'm waiting to see. To see. But for what it's worth, the franchise record, the tied WNBA lead record on threes.
Yes.
You got Kirsten
18
Bell.
of them.
Kirsten Bell, who scores 12 points in 7 minutes of play.
Or something can I just show a highlight of my new favorite aces? Because she really is my new favorite ace. Why can't I get here? Twice.
Yeah, like, come on. When we've been stressing the whole point of when they're strong leads in these games, rest your starters and bring out your rookies. They didn't play her when we watched the game. What was it, the other night before the Sparks game?
It was on Thursday.
Yeah, like they didn't play her. I'm like, what is?
But they played her Saturday.
Good.
They played her Monday.
And
I'm just hoping that she continues to be in that rotation. Granted, here's the deal. Shout out to Becky Hammond. She's really spread the floor with these ladies. They're taking a ridiculous amount of threes. They're making threes. Again, like you mentioned, they had tied the WNBA record for most threes in the game. They had the franchise record at 39 points in the first quarter on Monday. They're just pretty amazing. And the fact that she's also now, I think this was like on Thursday when I noticed that she had sat Wilson, Hamby, and Gray for the beginning of the second quarter for a good probably 5 to 6 minutes on both Thursday and then of course on Monday as well. I think she did on Saturday too. Gave them the rest, which kept them moving forward for the rest of the game. So, she's able to use her bench, and the bench is helpful in that. And then, of course, when you got these blowout games like on Saturday and Monday, the bench is getting work, and they're getting time, in a real game.
The opportunity for them to do that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the thing of it is you are going up against the Chicago Sky team coming up. You've got to still face Elena Del Don. You still got all of those juggernauts.
Well, we've got the Sun and Jonquel Jones coming for 2 games back to back next Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah. So the Sun are here Tuesday and Thursday next week. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a little more difficult, but we'll see.
And they did their 3 with the Mercury already, so that's it. We've done our 3 and no BG with that, so that was an opportunity for them to get the wins from that. So this is where you're really going to see how they handle the juggernaut of teams out there. But you got a coach that coached the men's league for so long, and the way her strategy and methods and practice and all of that is, it's gold right now. And she rests her players, like you said.
Yeah,
she rests her players.
Well, we see how impactful the threes are in the NBA. So why shouldn't it be just the same for the women in the WNBA? So it's great. And speaking of KB too, because they also or BG is that, Saturday they had that shoe drive in honor of her and her charity that she has in Phoenix. So they actually took those shoes today and went out to Shade Tree here in Las Vegas and donated those shoes that they received to the shelter there. So that was pretty nice. Yeah. We also got to see Liz Cambage back in Las Vegas.
Was very lackluster.
She hasn't changed. She
got booed.
She was trying to do a little too extra with the, she got the first basket. She blocked a shot, but I mean, it was just, a lot of Sparks fans that I was seeing on Twitter and Facebook were very like, Liz ain't doing nothing. She hasn't changed. Yeah, this is what we left. This is how she left Vegas, and now you get it.
Yeah. I was watching the live stream on Facebook, and the commentary was great. A lot of them were calling out Derek Fisher's coaching and saying that he should have some questions about him too. Yeah, and he sat her for a long time. Why did he rest her so long? She played like one whole quarter. She didn't even play.
Well, no, because she had 2 fouls in like the first
she was in trouble.
2 minutes.
She was in
After
trouble
that, it wasn't, I don't think, fouls. I think it was just more of her not doing well, which wasn't good. She wasn't playing well. I don't know. Like you said, I mean, it was Monday after EDC weekend. I don't know if maybe she got out the hotel room for a night.
She didn't go there. I looked at her story. She did do some of the great restaurants in Vegas, so maybe that got her. Who knows? But Liz has never been in that kind of stealth mode yet of being an effective center. She had one great game in the start of the Sparks season. And then after that, it just went into the same old Liz. Hey, world needs DJs. Like I said, that's what you want to DJ. You want to DJ? Be a model
in the world. Do it. Fenty all the way. Hey, I'm all for it. NBA playoffs. So currently on right now, Celtics and Heat. Do you have a score right now, Mo? Or
sorry, I muted my mic. 75-60. Boston is up, and hate to say this as a Laker fan, but go Boston. Go Boston.
I can't believe you are. Wow.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but go Boston.
Okay. Well, the series is tied 2-2. Celtics beat the Heat by 20 points on Monday to tie the series. So
sure did.
It's impressive. At least it's a closer game this time.
No Marcus Smart tonight. I mean,
I thought he was playing today.
Well, they had announced he was hurt, but maybe they brought him back in. I haven't seen him play, but I've been looking at us, so I haven't really been paying attention. But I don't think he's in today. But go Celtics. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but go Boston.
Are you just anti-Heat? Like, what's that about?
No, not that I'm anti-Heat. I just, I honestly think that the Warriors are going to take this series to the West, and I just think I'd like to see a better matchup between them and Boston.
Sure.
Okay. I think that'd just be a better look of a series, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Right. And speaking of the Mavs Warriors, so the Warriors are up 3-1. They could have won it all last night in Dallas. Of course, they did not. They were down like 28 points to start of the fourth, and somehow their bench all came in and got them back within 8 points. Although that didn't last and didn't help, but they ended up losing by 10 points. Game comes back to San Francisco tomorrow, which I think we all kind of figured like win it at home.
Yeah,
I mean, worst case scenario, win it at home. Like,
close this thing out. And then
they're not going to have 2 bad games in a row,
right? And what about the water delay in the arena? Like a water
there was dripping from the ceiling.
I feel like that's sabotage. You got Mark Cuban as the owner of the arena.
And Mark Cuban's face was like,
your aesthetics are really
the
infrastructure is that bad.
Send people up there to literally stop the leak from happening. It was just ridiculous.
You own that arena and your doggone infrastructure is already all of a sudden having some leakage issues. Know what you were doing. Try to do a delay of game, sir. Delay of game.
It's too much. Shout out Arlington. I appreciate you. Okay, so they're on an 18-2 run. Boston's on an 18-2 run.
We'll take it.
Get it while you can.
With that all day. Let's go.
And the other thing from that game was this on the nasty Wiggins dunk on Luka.
Well, shocking Wiggins dunk. Let's be clear. This man, I haven't seen him get off the floor that high in a long time.
So, yes, shocking and just amazing. Like, the dunk was like no other. And to be posterizing on Luka, I think, is just a cherry on top. Yeah.
Classic.
If they still made posters like they did when we were in school, like that would be on someone's wall, I'm sure.
It was a block Keita Stokes did on Liz Cambage that game, too. Liz thought she had the rebound. Keita was like, nope, not today. I got it. right in front of
Kia
her.
is doing really well too. I'm excited for her. She's getting back in the groove. Yeah, definitely.
I saw that.
Your Lakers are still looking for a head coach. No other news on that front.
Yeah, they're still looking. They actually had dinner with Zach LaVine too. Like after his post-surgery.
After his surgery on his knee,
yeah, they had dinner.
Well, hopefully we get more than just Russell Westbrook. That's all.
I mean, I don't want you guys. Listen, I don't know. This franchise is such a mess,
but man,
I would love Zach LaVine over in the Laker land, but we need a coach first. I can't even think about players until we nail down
who's meeting him for dinner if there's no coach. Like, is it what Jeannie's meeting with him for dinner?
I don't know who he was having dinner with. He was out there though. My thing is, like, we don't even have a coach, yo. Like, no one is taking the gig.
Doc don't want it, but they still want Doc. Yeah,
I told you it's the fraternity of the coaches. They saw what they did to Vogel, and they're like, nah, like this is a code. Like they have a bro code too, just like the players do. Have their own little fraternity. Coaches have the same thing. You can't just see what.
Well, you even see it back in winning time how they portray the different coaches. There's definitely a coaching fraternity and the the scales and the tiers of coaching.
Yeah, I mean they're getting these people. I'm like, who? Who are you talking to? Like I don't even know this person. This is where we're going now. I don't know.
Who knows? It's a lot. I can't. Well, moving on to some NFL real quick. The Seahawks did sign a new wide receiver, Marquise Goodwin. So he played with the Bears last year. So we got another wide receiver help there, which is nice because you can't always count on DK and Tyler. And with DK's contract still looming, we're not sure how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
People had tagged me in something today, and I had posted earlier this week is that there was like a rumor of Baker Mayfield being in Seattle, him and his girlfriend on a road trip, and they were taking a picture in this brewery or in this restaurant that had a brewery sticker from Snohomish, which is in Washington, brewery. So we thought that, he's on a road trip in Washington, probably because he's going to be signing with the Seahawks. I'm just like.
My thing is I would have never even mentioned that. Because to me, I feel like that's a curse. Don't keep manifesting something that you don't want.
I'm not manifesting. If manifesting would be, hey, Baker, come to Seattle. I see Baker that would be manifesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Me talking about an article that was reporting this is completely different.
Well, how about speaking it into existence? I wouldn't even speak it into existence.
Yeah. I mean, but it's news. We talk about it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
This is part of it.
But I mean, I wouldn't even want to talk about it because it's a disgusting, ugly rumor.
Oh man. So
you guys like Baker though. You guys don't have a problem with Baker. I do.
I like Baker like his first year or two. I'm not fond of Baker these days. Like,
I haven't been fond of Baker, period.
I don't see him doing anything for us that's beneficial. Whatever. I feel like Geno can still do better than Baker Mayfield, and I'm not a Geno fan either.
I just think Baker's terrible. I don't like him. I've never liked this guy, and I don't even know why. Somebody would be that ugly and rude of you. How rude to post on our GirlChatSports. I'm sticking up for you on this. How rude is it to post something to taunt you like that? Come on,
I appreciate
that is so rude. How dare you?
It is what it is.
How dare you?
Remember all the issues we've been having with the Pro Bowl and all the comments?
Oh yeah,
and the hate. Well, the NFL had their yearly meetings in Atlanta on Tuesday and had a discussion about possibly eliminating the Pro Bowl. They would try and still have some kind of event that would take place in that week before Super Bowl, but that maybe it'd be like a 7-on-7, like a flag football, tackleless
touch football
game.
What you're saying.
Touch football, but who knows?
I say get rid of the whole thing. Throw the whole thing away.
Do special events, like just make some actual competition. Make them all play basketball. Make them play dodgeball, basketball.
Yeah, something bowling. I don't know, but don't have it in these other locations. Go back to Hawaii and regroup and figure out what you want your Pro Bowl to look like. Otherwise, be done with it, because your skills, the top runners, all of that compete. We don't get to see any of that. Like, do something like that. And if they're not going to do it, then they just need to let it go.
Then there's no need.
I can live without it. How about that? That's why I never watched a Pro Bowl, because the games to me, I mean, back in the day, they would tackle people. Now you're not tackling anybody.
Exactly.
What's the point of watching that? Who wants to see that? It's crazy.
Like, come on. I don't know.
Like you said, baseball, basketball, something. Bowling,
something.
I don't know.
Celebrity baseball games. Those things are hot. People love going to those. Like, why not? So Deebo Samuel was at the Mavs Warriors game on Monday. supporting either a team, I guess, maybe the Warriors, but he is skipping the start of OTAs, which happened to be Tuesday morning. So I don't see how he would have made it, but I guess there's still that issue of contracts and him wanting to be traded. We'll see if it happens, but he's not there for the start of the OTAs for the 49ers. Waiting. He can come to Seattle. We just don't got money for him like that.
You guys don't have a coach for him like that either. I need to be your coach too.
Listen. Here we go. This season on In Season, the HBO Hard Knocks. The Arizona Cardinals will be featured in the In Season, which will premiere this fall. It's in the second half of the season, like we all know from last year. It was the Colts. It's going to be an interesting one because, of course, this year you've got Kyler Murray that's had the contract extension issues, and him, unfollowing and following the Arizona Cardinals. You had DeAndre Hopkins suspension. You've got the acquisition of Marquise Brown. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to unfold, hopefully. And maybe we miss some of it because it is mid-season. But I'm always, any Hard Knocks I'm watching 24/7 all day.
Yeah, that's your thing. But this one will be good.
It will be good. I'm excited about that. Yes. I will be excited about that. Major League Baseball, Yankees, first team to 30 wins. Of course. How's the My Mariners are stinking up like nobody. I think we lost like 3 out of 4 against the Oakland A's at home. Yeah.
You mean the Oakland A's that only has 200 guests that go to there? Was it at home?
At our home in Seattle.
Oh, then you guys have more attendance than they have at their home.
Yeah, and they won, and they showed us. So I don't know.
Wow.
Were the Dodgers okay?
Girl, we good. Well, we lost one of the games in the series recently, but we won that series, I believe. But we're holding our top notch. We're holding on to
of course
being on top. We're all right.
That's
we got us a little squad. We cute right now. We'll see when it goes down the stretch. It's really early in baseball. I'm so focused on basketball right now, but I don't know.
I know. And WNBA news. So the Fever have started their season 2-7, and they canned their head coach, Marianne Stanley. So they have an interim coach who will be, I guess, was their assistant coach. He'll be coaching for the team from now on. It's interesting because you don't see too many WNBA coaches being canned in the first, in the first part of the season, which
no, you don't.
Yeah. So interesting to see that. Also, the Suns, which could be beneficial for us, Suns Jasmine Thomas. She'll be out this season with a torn ACL. So, of course, we go against the Sun twice next week. She's their captain. So it hopefully will be a little bit different and easier for us for that next week. But we never know.
We'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, though. This is actually real game time action that we get to see what our girls can do.
And shout out to Candace Parker, who became the oldest WNBA player to get a triple-double. She did that on Sunday. And, of course, the Chicago Sky got their championship ring.
They sure did.
And so here's a little post from Azura Stevens and her ring.
Oh, it has the ring? It has the record?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then it's like, it has my name right here. The trophy, 456. 2021, and I love all the diamonds. Like, it's so fire. It's so cool.
Beautiful.
I like how it had to be a little more daintier.
Well, they don't do dainty championship rings.
I mean, they can for women. Why not?
But why? Is it because it's a championship ring? Like, bam! I want all that information on here.
They can make something.
I like guys
they can make
with
something
watches,
daintier.
And I'm not a dainty person. That's just me.
I think it make it a little daintier.
You think all the women want dainty stuff though too?
I mean, if I'm a woman, I want a nice rock.
But do you think the women in the WNBA, all of them or majority of them want something dainty?
I mean, you can make it to each his own, customize it.
I mean, like
you
your
could
senior high school ring, like your high school.
I would just
college
like to see
ring.
something different that doesn't look like something I could give my man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, but I just think it could be daintier. I'm sorry.
I just feel like there's not enough room to put it.
I mean, I don't know. They make so many innovative type of rings. You could have the band a little smaller, have it open up and be your name and some other stuff in it. It could be like a stacked ring with diamonds, bezels, something. I need to see more bling. I'm not that. Or,
I hear you.
I mean, your high school class.
I get it.
Whatever. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna stay out of it.
It's all good. That's
It's
just
whatever.
their ring. That's what they
It's
got.
whatever.
Maybe
It's okay.
it would be a question for Kathy if we ever see her again. You know, we talked to Kathy about
hey, listen, do what you do. Do what you do.
You know?
I just where's the femininity in it? I don't see it. Whatever. Okay.
I mean, not to say there's a lot of femininity within the WNBA. There is some, but it's still a sport, and it's still
they want that
women.
Big, like I just
want that big ring. Like I don't know. I've always
I'm not
liked
giving a ring that
jewelry,
look like a gift to my man. Okay, you're not gonna get this ring that looks like somebody says, "Oh, is that your guys?" No, I want a nice
because it fits my finger. Boop.
I want a pretty little ring, pretty little things. I like the logo on the top. I mean, whatever. Like I said, it's just my fashion opinion. I feel like,
and it's valid. It's valid. I mean,
it's just my
everybody
opinion.
has maybe we need to have a poll. We'll have to put up a poll and see.
I don't know. People may like go for that. I mean, to each his own. I'm just saying. I would have liked to.
Note to self: if Mo ever gets a championship ring, she wants a dainty.
I do want it a little bling,
softer,
like something that's bam, a little not so hard and criminal. Okay.
All right. Before we get,
they have wives. They can give it to their wives. Like, this is my gift to you. You can rock it for me. Like how players give their women their rings and stuff to rock around a necklace. They can
unless you play with your woman on the Chicago Sky, because you know Quigley and her girl, they both play on the same team.
They got the same doggone ring.
The same ring.
Jeez. Make mine different. I feel like they should have been able to choose their own style. You know, let me just go into like.
I think it has to be uniform, so you're all as a team have it. You know,
it does. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Let's get into some girl power. So.
Like pretty rings.
Listen, shout out to the women that are in sports who were included in Time's 100 most influential people of 2022. Candace Parker, Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe, Eileen Yu, Becky Sobran, and Peng Shuai. So obviously basketball, women's soccer, Olympic, skiing, and then soccer and tennis. That's major.
Yeah,
100 most influential people, not just 100 most influential women. This is 100 most influential people. So
yeah, that's
shout
great.
out to these ladies in sports.
That's great. Making that girl power happen.
Making that girl power happen.
Making it pop. Pop, lock,
all right,
drop
sneaker drop time. So tomorrow, these brightly colored, the Rick and Morty Pumas, the RX5. These are in the safety yellow. These come out tomorrow on 5/6. And as you can tell, behind the tongue there has the Rick and Morty cartoon figurines, the pictures there. Also, for the 27th, I think that's Saturday, the Easter, aka the Regal Pink Jordan 5 comes out. These will be out again on Saturday. Also on Saturday, Travis Scott's entire he has the Air Maxes and he has Air Trainers. I just posted the Air Maxes because the trainers are just ridiculous to me. But it's the Browns and the Saturn Golds. Both these will be out on the 27th. You've got Yeezy. There we go. The Yeezy Adidas. These are the Slate Carbon. These will be out. These are the 350s. These come out on Sunday, the 28th. Or is that Sunday's the 28th, right? No. Saturday's 28th.
Saturday's a big fight too. Javante Davis and Rolly. Shout out to my client Rolly.
That's Rodriguez. Out here?
No.
Oh.
Wish it was. But Rolly Rodriguez shops with me at Nordstrom. Shout out to him.
Okay.
Came in the store. I didn't even believe he was fighting this fight. Remember he had like a scandal at one point. Women were accusing him. They had delayed and postponed this fight. This fight was supposed to happen earlier, and now it's back on. Those allegations proved to be null and void. So he is fighting this weekend. I'm gonna go catch it. I'm gonna try to watch it as best as I can.
Where's that? Do you know?
That's a good question. It's not here, but it is definitely on pay-per-view.
Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah, it might be. Rolly Rodriguez. Shout out to Coach Ray, who used to train him back in the day when he was a kid.
Oh, nice.
So
Coach Ray.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we also got the AJ. I hadn't seen these before until just today or yesterday. The Air Jordan 5s. These are the green beans. They also are being released on Saturday the 28th. They are re-released from 2006. You know, I'm a sucker for lime green, but
it's got a hint of it with that cool gray, kind of like that element.
It's like the Seahawks cool grays they got, or their uniform, the gray, wolf gray, I think it is. And
it's in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn?
Yeah,
nice.
That's Rolly Romero. I'm sorry, not Rodriguez. Romero. But
okay.
Yeah.
Beyonce's got the Ivy Park and Adidas Super Sleek 3-strap. This is the Stan Summer. Got that extra 3 inches in there for you guys.
Those are men's?
No, these are women's.
Oh, okay.
Well, ladies, I don't know what's up with I've never been on board with
3 inches. I just thought you were implying for the short guys out there, giving them that extra.
You know how I do. We've also got the Jordan 12 emojis. These will be released next week on June 1st. Of course, you see all within the shoe. It has emojis and such.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
I like those unless they're taxi.
Not those. Okay, and then for all the golfers out there, these are the shattered backboards. These come out on June 1st as well. I think that's a dope colorway.
I was looking and wondering what that looked like. Those are pretty nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those.
And I'm kind of making a new segment here that we started last week. So I just wanted to, again, once for anyone that's in the Las Vegas area or for those outside the Las Vegas area looking to adopt, please look at Miss Ruby here. Ruby is 8 years old. She's a pit mix. She just, remember the puppy I had on last week, Opal? That was one of her puppies. She had 9 beautiful puppies. And she is retired. Tubes are tied. And she wants to have a loving home. She'd probably be best with someone with a smaller animal, a smaller dog, or an older dog. She really loves to be loved and loves giving love. She's super friendly, loves humans. She's a great girl, and she just really deserves to be not a breeding ground anymore. So look out for Ruby. If you want to apply for her, you can reach out to Animal Help Alliance at www.animalhelpalliance.org. Fill out their application, see if you meet the qualifications. But yes, Miss Ruby, she's a beautiful lady, and she deserves a nice, loving home where she doesn't have to be breeding no more. So
yes, and not to mention, we also are having the Heaven Can Wait. They're hosting a pet adoption fair this weekend at Fashion Show Mall.
Oh,
it's actually this Saturday. So come out, look at all the puppies, the dogs that need home, the rescues. They will be there at the Fashion Show Mall this Saturday, and it is our pet adoption fair. So come through.
Heather, yes, Ruby is a beautiful girl. I've actually sat with her and played with her. She is so wonderful and so loving. And
I love her.
And her
look.
So beautiful. Well, then all of her puppies were named gem after another gem.
A gemstone?
Opal and obsidian
sapphire.
And pearl and sapphire. Yeah, it was so cute. I know. All right, you guys. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been really fun. We appreciate everyone that's tuned in, checked in. If you're just catching this now and you're catching the end, replay it. You can watch it again, or make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page at GirlChatSports. Follow us on all social media at GirlChatSports. And we will be back again next Wednesday to do it all over again. All right, you guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.